Shalom, shalom, shalom. Happy new moon. It is the first day of the 9th Hebrew month. The official countdown to Hanukkah begins. It is December the 4th, 2013. And I just got back from 2 awesome hours of preaching at PSU. Thank you so much for your prayers. I got there right around 11:30 in the morning, stayed until 2 p.m., so a good, actually 2.5 hours of preaching. One of my longest times at PSU and one of the greatest days ever. Truly, the new moon is a good day to go preaching. I got there and almost immediately the crowd got huge. Probably the whole day I had a crowd of at least 100, 150, maybe upwards of 200 students, but mostly between 100 and 150 students the whole day. The police never came out. The campus security were there, but the police never bothered me once. Hallelujah. And the gospel went forth. I contended with atheists, exalting the science, the true science that the earth is young. I provided many of the proofs that the Bible's true, like the chariot wheels at the bottom of the Red Sea. Many of the proofs that the Bible's true. I contended with a lot of atheists and agnostics, and the big topic today was sexual immorality. A lot of people were just consumed with wanting to continue to masturbate, and I said, look, men, your penis is designed to either expel waste or to go up your wife's vagina. That's it. And I was very graphic about it, but I said, look, if you don't even understand basic biology and you're going to live like a beast where you worship your genitalia, no wonder you believe in the mythology of evolution. You believe all these wicked things. Because when you masturbate, it actually causes your brain to be foggy and you can't think right. I said, stop serving your penis, stop serving your vagina, and instead serve Yahshua. Just let his spirit guide you. And I exalted the blood atonement. I really preached a lot on Hebrews 8 and Ezekiel 11, 19, and 20, just emphasizing that this new covenant is that Jesus puts an inward desire in our hearts to obey his Torah, to wear the tzitzit. Toward the end of the day, I thought they were hypocrites because they were really opposing me. But then, as the Spirit of Yah descended, I realized, hey, these guys are sincere. And they actually wound up taking my cards, and they said, Daniel, maybe you should tone down your delivery. And I said, well, and I brought up the example of Jesus using a whip. And they did actually make some good points to me. They said, sometimes people are turned away because of just how much you're yelling. And I said, well, Psalm 7:11 says that Yahweh's angry with the wicked every day. And, a lot of times when I see how arrogant and wicked these students are, the zeal of Yahweh consumes me. And they're like, yeah, that's a good point. So we did have a good dialogue, and I'm hoping that some of them, there were 2 young women and also a black man. I'm hoping they'll join the Skype fellowship. But it was a good day. It was a good day. We preached. The topics ranged everywhere. I mean, they were on evolution. They were on the age of the earth. They were on scientific proofs that Jesus rose from the dead. I preached a lot on 17 AD being the year of Jubilee when Jesus rose from the dead, and then 2017 being 40 Jubilees later when Yahshua returns. I preached on December the 28th, the first day of Hanukkah, being the day that Satan is cast down to earth and that these students don't have much time. So there was a lot of prophetic stuff I preached, but the crowd stayed huge the whole day. The police never came out. There were a couple students who got really upset and angry. Andrew showed up, the guy named Drew who posts videos on the YouTube about me. He showed up and he was just being so wicked, but he eventually shut his mouth and I think he left eventually, but he was being very wicked. But and then there was a long time during my 2.5 hours of preaching where I just began to sing, and I just again sang out Psalm 119, sang out the New Covenant, sang out 1 John 3, 6-11, just sang out. Muhammad is dead, Buddha is dead, but Yahshua HaMashiach, he is alive. And then I'd start reading Psalm 119 and just singing it, and that the crowd actually grew bigger this time. Usually it gets smaller when I sing, but this time it grew bigger. So it was an awesome day. It was the Torah, the gospel, Yahshua, his blood, they were exalted, unfettered at PSU. There were mockers and there were people who hated the message, but I think it's continuing to reach students in these last few days that we have before it's dark and no man can work. We do meet on Skype tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Please join us. It's a video conference. It's free. Just download Skype and come join us. You'll be blessed. This is Daniel John Lee with Torah Restoration Ministries. Happy Rosh Chodesh. Happy New Moon. Shalom. The website's www.spiritandtorah.com.